Thank you for joining us for the end of the event. This is the very last event that's going to happen for Jewelry City Steampunk Festival 2020, a virtual edition presented by the Steampunks of New England. I'm Heather Rockwood, the festival director for Jewelry City Steampunk Festival, and I'm so grateful that everybody could make it virtually here for this festival this weekend. We've been working on it for so many months, and we're all going to talk about that here and all the things that are coming up for us in 2021. So thank you. I'm very grateful you could all make it, and I'm so happy that this actually happened. I feel like we were all ready for a steampunk festival this year after we had very many sad cancellations beforehand. So I'm going to let everybody else talk, but yeah, I just want to say one last thing, which is cheers to you all for being here. Cheers to the Steampunks of New England for their hard work, and for the MVP of Jewelry City Steampunk Festival, to Sam Surrett for fixing all of our technical problems. He is the best, and I bet
Sam
he's
has been
for hire.
troubleshooting us all weekend.
Yeah,
Thank you so much
amazing.
to everybody,
Thank
and
you.
especially Sam. Whoever wants to go
Who's
first.
going there?
Yeah, if I may, I'd like to thank every single person who created content, whether it was being premiered or live. There was such a great turnout of people willing to take their presentations that they do in person or a new presentation and go live with it. And I know a lot of people were like, even the people just premiering and joining the live chat along with the other people watching their premiere, they're like, I'm as nervous as if I was doing this in real life. Like, oh my gosh. And there's so many people who learned new things, how to do things in this virtual scape, how to live stream. I worked with pretty much, I think, every single person who live streamed, and you are all very professional, very understanding. I know a lot of you were very nervous about doing this new technical streaming thing, and you all came out on top and did really well. I'm sure a lot of you surprised yourselves. So I just really want to thank everyone who gave us content, who made this happen.
Yeah, I can definitely say I've learned to use OBS, the magic streaming software, and how to. We learned a lot about YouTube settings, and yeah, we've had some technical difficulties, but overall nothing disastrous, and we pulled it off. So thank you to everybody who helped. Well, I'll grab the floor for a moment. My name is Melissa Honig. I am the lead organizer of the Watch City Steampunk Festival in Waltham, Massachusetts. In normal days, our event is held in May on the Saturday of Mother's Day weekend, which would be May 8th in 2021. And I'm sure there's a lot of people wondering, is that going to happen? And the answer is we are keeping an eye on things. We certainly will if we can. But I'll be honest, we have to get from where we are now to ready to have a giant outdoor festival in 4 months, because I need to know by around the 1st of April whether we can pull this off or not. So that's plan A, but plan B is we are taking lessons from what we did here this weekend from Jewelry City Online Virtual Festival, and going virtual is certainly consideration, and thinking about local events as well, something like an art show, something you could walk past, something in the store windows, so we're open to brainstorming ideas. If anyone's got a brilliant idea for what we could do for a virtual Watch City, we are at info@watchcityfestival.com, and or we're on Facebook, and we will do something, and fingers crossed it's live. If not, we'll figure something out. We'll be there. So that's all I can tell you right now, and pass off to anyone else who wants to talk.
We're in the same sort of position. I'm Lauren from Brass Ring Steampunk Academy. I am putting the word steampunk in there because people don't know, but Brass Ring Steampunk Academy and Cabaret, which is at the New England Carousel Museum in Bristol, Connecticut. We would be early in March. It's pretty much looking like that's not going to be able to happen this year, but I think given the way that this event has run, I feel a lot more confident in possibly trying to do something virtual. Since we're mostly focused on classes, I think that would go over really well. And maybe some one thing that I've never been able to do is to get together an actual tour of the museum. That's something which definitely could be virtual, and I think a lot of people would really enjoy it because you don't feel like you have to take away for your time from all the other awesome things to do that awesome thing. So
tell people what the museum is.
It's the New England Carousel Museum. It is basically it's an 1835 restored factory building. It's absolutely gorgeous. Most of the original building construction is there. It's all Douglas fir post and beam construction, and there's exposed brick everywhere. The downstairs is mostly exhibit halls, where they have a whole bunch of carousel animals from various famous carvers. I had somebody, Nikki Cohen from Mayfair Moon, who is a big fan of carousel horses and carousels in general, came last year for the first time, and she was walking around going, "Oh, I know who carved that one," and "Oh, I can't believe I saw the one carved by this guy." It was really neat to have somebody who really knew her stuff be as delighted by it as us just going, "Oh, that's really cool." So yeah, it's the upstairs is it's mostly a ballroom. They have a Greek temple facade for reasons I am unaware of. I don't know. People ask. I don't know. They have
it's museumception. There's museums inside museums.
Yeah, it's really cool. And then there's the Museum of Firefighting, which didn't sound like it would be particularly interesting. And then I walked in, and it's just walls and walls and walls of random brass things.
It's really cool.
Yeah.
It makes the best backdrop for steampunk photos, by the way, because every time we go, we're like, okay, we got to put on our best costumes. We're going to Carousel Museum.
I have so many pictures of you two being cute together. Yeah, it's actually, we have a number of people who come specifically to take photos there because they have giant windows that let in some really amazing natural light. And that with the backdrop of all the brass stuff, it really just says steampunk photo cover, steampunk book photo cover. So yeah, so we have a lot of fun there, but I think probably to be safe, probably March is not going to be soon enough, but we will do something, maybe move into the summer, because we're a fundraiser for the museum. Because they have the very old building, they don't have the ability to put in air conditioning, and so the upstairs gets really, really hot, and they can't do anything in the summer, which is unfortunate because they do hall rentals and stuff. So having, once they get that in, and they got a big grant last year in addition to us, so once they get that in, maybe we'll be able to do a summer event, which would be nice to do a little bit in the outside as well. And I've been really inspired talking to all you guys who do such different events in different places, and maybe we can, if we move into more outdoor appropriate weather, then maybe we can involve the city more and do some more stuff like that. So that would be a lot of fun. I promised people during my quilling class that I was going to be wearing my hat.
Right.
I did, and I've been really sick this past week, and I fell asleep shortly after the class and woke up shortly before this. So I have this much done of the top of the hat. So It's in process. Maybe I will post a picture of that. Actually, I will definitely post a picture of that when it's done. On my Facebook page for my business, which is Peacock's Nest Studio. And in the swag box, one of the things in the swag box is a 2 ounce of absinthe scented hand sanitizer called Green Fairy. If I had known that absinthe smelled, I just bought it because it said absinthe, but if I had known that absinthe smelled that good, I would have been I would have been using it in so many things all along.
Housing yourself in this.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
No, I have absinthe scented face lotion and absinthe scented hair conditioner. So it's like all over everything. Yeah. So that's so if you like that, there's more of it on my website and stuff. I did mention that I just walking up.
I've seen some good
letting me
points.
be part of this because this has been a lot of fun, and I hope that we can get together and all pitch in for other events in the future. This has been great.
Hey Heather, somebody else is interested in those swag boxes. Are there any left?
There are. Actually, I didn't get a chance to check if any more had sold, but we've only sold 2 this weekend, so we still have lots left.
Oh, wow.
Besides the 2 others that we're giving out to the costume contest runners up, that still leaves about 27 or so that we have to sell. They're $30. Oh gosh, do I have one that's full? Hang on. Well, these are. I think this one has stuff in it. Yep.
I placed the link in the chat.
Awesome. Thank you. So this is the box, and it's really pretty. And then when you open it up, it's filled with goodies and has the patch from Watch City. It's so pretty and shiny. If I can get that light shining on the wings.
Super cool.
Yeah. And it's big too. Like it looks like this is like a normal metal. Like it is a giant patch. The Jewelry City mask, which is again embroidered like that, and you can read it, and it's 2-ply. Hang on, I always like to pull it apart so you can see it's 2-ply. The Green Fairy, and this stuff, like Lauren says, if I could bathe in this, I would. It smells like cookies, and like you're in a forest with cookies. It smells so good, like cinnamon and green pine. And then this one had the robot. I'm gonna open this because I bought one for myself, so this one's mine. So I'm gonna open up. This is the die, which has Crow's Castle insignia on it, but it's also just like a regular die. It's really pretty. And let's open up the robot. Yeah, so one is
It's an unboxing video.
yeah, I know. It's you can get the robot or the bird, and she had actually given me the bird for free, so that's what I've been using this whole time. But I got the robot, and it looks like it does something. How does it work? Hang on.
Also,
Ooh.
chat is hilarious right now.
Okay, so there's a key.
I've seen a bunch of people that I'm friends with just outside on Facebook posting, I got my box, and they have been taking stuff apart, and everybody has been really delighted by everything that they've gotten.
Oh, it's so cute.
Let's see. Hang on.
Adorable.
I'm gonna put it on my desk and move the camera down.
Oh, is it a watch? Oh my god! Oh, so cute! I need that in my life.
It's still going. So yeah, it's really cute, and it's kind of loud. Like you can hear it. And the key is turning. Do you see that? Cool.
Nice.
So yeah, I hadn't actually opened these yet, so that's really neat. But yeah, they're still available. They're $30, and I work 9 to 5 Monday through Friday, so I ship them when I can. But I have Monday off, so if you get your order in tonight, I'll ship them tomorrow for you.
I also have to say, I love in chat somebody brought up the fact that this isn't like any other event. You can go back and just relive the entire event. Just go to the playlist and hit play and just relive the whole, like, for the first time, especially us who run event or be volunteering for events, actually don't have to miss anything this year.
Yeah. I actually think I saw more things this year than I usually see.
We don't have to miss anything to help run it. That's great.
I never get to see.
actually see Watch City.
Yeah, I never see
That's why I
Jewelry
go to
City.
Jewelry City.
Yeah, that's why I go to
Watch
Watch City.
Really fun.
And this year I got to watch all the programming for the pre-program stuff before it even aired. So that was such a joy this year. Does anybody else want to talk about? Go ahead.
I just say, don't worry, I will run Watch City live if I can.
Anybody else want to talk about their groups and what's coming up?
I'll tell you about my festival, even though just like everybody else, we just don't know what's going to happen. So I do Compass Rose Steampunk Festival in Woodstock, Connecticut at Roseland Cottage. Ours is a fall event, so I have a little bit more hope for the ability to have outdoor events in the fall. So fingers crossed for the last Saturday of September, which I'll be perfectly honest, I have no idea what that actual date is. Somewhere probably around like 24, 25, 26, something like that. But it's at Roseland Cottage in Woodstock, Connecticut, which is the northeast corner of Connecticut. Roseland Cottage is a Gothic revival style Victorian house. It's super, super cool. It's also known as the Pink House. It's this like bright pink color. And as with Lauren's event, it is a fundraiser for the house. So all the proceeds from the event go to maintaining the property, because historic properties are a lot to maintain. So follow us on Facebook. That's the best way to keep up with all of the information. That's it. I don't have anything else to say because we're all just waiting to see what happens.
Yeah.
Yep.
How about Citizens of Antiford? What
I
are
guess
you
that
guys up
leaves
to?
us. So I'm Justin,
I'm Megan.
I'm Sam.
and we're from the Citizens of Anniford, our writing collaborative. Yeah, we have our
We
shirts
have
on.
matching t-shirts.
So I know that we usually work with we work as presenters for a lot of the events, and hopefully in the next year we can do more of that. We also run our own event, Mock and Bakken, which is also a fall event, but since we don't know what's going on, it's difficult to plan for. But like Marissa, we might be able to hold out some hope. But we'll, just keep an eye on our Facebook and we'll see any of the announcements that come out.
But in the meantime, we're working on some projects and some products that we can hopefully maybe sometime next year get out the door for people to enjoy.
Yeah.
And in the meantime, for people who liked our presentation or are more curious about us and our writings and all the other multimedia stuff that we do, you can join at any time, or feel free to read what we have available on our website.
Yeah, and in fact, in February, I did a presentation for our 10th anniversary, which is kind of a recap of like the in-world history of Antiford the past 10 or so years. So you can see that on citizensofantiford.com. Right on the homepage, the first thing that's linked is that recap presentation. So
Nice. Well, thank you all for working so hard on Jewelry City Steampunk Festival. If you guys were in any of the chats, somebody from this group was in the chat, making sure that there was some chat going on. So thank you so much, and thank you to all the vendors and the performers and the people that did programming. Thank you so much. We're so appreciative that you could do this year, and I can't wait for the next thing. And this is the end of the event, so one last time, cheers to you, and goodbye.
And if you want to run an event, talk to us.
Yeah.
Steampunks of New England.
Yay!
Gosh. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Good night.
And we're offline.